My parents gave my bedroom to my sister for Christmas and moved me to the freezing garage. On Christmas Eve, they made me stand while everyone ate, then handed me cold leftovers like I was a stray. When I said that hurt, they told me to be grateful. By spring, the same family who ignored me watched the lie collapse in public. I was 24, working full-time, and still helping at home with groceries, bills, and even part of the mortgage when Dad got laid off. My younger sister had moved back after a breakup and suddenly became the fragile one. I got home 2 days before Christmas, carried my bag upstairs, and found my stuff stuffed into trash bags. Mom said my sister needed my room for privacy and better heat. My new spot was an air mattress in the garage beside the water heater. I asked for the basement or even the couch. Mom shut it down. Dad told me not to start arguments during the holidays, so I did what I always did. I swallowed it and helped. I ran errands, hauled groceries, wrapped gifts, set tables, moved chairs, and kept my mouth shut while my sister slept late and scrolled her phone. The pattern wasn't new. I'd seen it since we were kids. If there was one comfortable bed, she got it. If someone had to sleep on the floor, it was me. But this year felt different because I wasn't a teenager anymore. I was paying into that house and still being treated like a temporary inconvenience. Christmas Eve dinner was the breaking point. Then I counted the chairs. 8. We were 9. Next, I looked at my usual seat. My sister was already in it. Then Mom said, "You can eat after." Again, I asked for one extra chair. Again, she said, "Don't start." Later, she placed a cold plate on Dad's workbench in the garage. "Rinse the plate when you're done. You should be grateful we let you stay here at all." That was it. I didn't scream. I didn't slam anything. I packed the same bags they had already packed for me, left a note that I was safe, and drove off in the snow. I got a cheap motel room, turned my phone over, and watched the missed calls pile up. First panic, then blame, then you ruined Christmas. On Christmas morning, I found a small one-bedroom across town. Old carpet, plain walls, heat included. I signed that day, bought 2 plates, 1 pan, towels, and a blanket, and texted home, "I got a place. I'll pick up the rest of my things this weekend." Mom called screaming. Dad texted, "Call your mother." I didn't. Then the guilt campaign started. Dad came by saying Mom was worried sick. My sister showed up saying they made my favorite meal and I was dramatic for leaving. I asked one question she couldn't answer. Why did nobody care about including me until I walked out? A few days later, Mom asked for money again because my sister's job fell through and her car needed repairs. I said no. For once, no was a full sentence. Life got quiet in the best way. I started sleeping through the night. I adopted a shelter mutt who followed me room to room and made the place feel alive. Friends came over on weekends, we played old games, ate cheap pizza, and nobody treated me like an inconvenience in my own home. The silence stopped feeling empty and started feeling safe. That's when everything spread through the extended family. Cousins started comparing notes. The garage, the missing chair, the cold leftovers, the mortgage help I gave while being treated like unpaid labor. At a family cookout, my aunt asked my mom directly if she really made me sleep in the garage. Mom tried to spin it as temporary. My uncle cut in and reminded everyone I didn't even get a seat at Christmas dinner. Nobody laughed this time. My parents sat there red-faced while relatives called it what it was: favoritism, disrespect, and years of using me when convenient. They left early. 2 days later, Mom texted, "Sorry you felt that way." I replied, "No more guilt trips, no more money requests. Respect goes both ways, or I stay away." Dad asked to move past it. I kept my boundary. Months later, my sister called with a different voice. She admitted she saw what was happening and stayed quiet because it was easier for her. She apologized. I didn't pretend it erased everything, but I accepted it and kept distance where I needed to. By next Christmas, my apartment felt like home. Real table, enough chairs, friends, coworkers, and cousins who had my back. My sister came with pie and helped serve. Everyone ate together in one room. Nobody got pushed out. Nobody got leftovers in a garage. I didn't win by arguing louder. I won by leaving, building a life with clear boundaries, and refusing to be the family backup plan anymore. If you were in my place, would you have cut them off completely or kept limited contact? Drop your take in the comments.